Yo, I'm walking it tits out today. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna be shirtless for this video. It's fucking hot. It's hot here in Auckland City. I'm in my little sister's room. It's too hot. Where I'm at in the apartment, listen. Auckland City is just like one big concrete block. There's no parks, there's no grass, there's no anything to kind of keep the city cool. I have a park really close to my house where I do a lot of grounding in, where I just get like my feet in the grass or whatever. But then I'm at the park and I'm thinking to myself, well, I can be here and like, be in the public or whatever. Or I can like walk up the hill, go to my childhood home and put my feet on grass in private, right? Like, which is the choice? Like, of course, I'm gonna pick the private, right? So I come up here to cool off. What am I saying? The park. The park keeps it relatively cool, but like everything in Auckland's like a big block. All the houses here have patches of grass, so they keep quite cool. The temperature isn't too hot. It's actually really nice. But yeah, it's just like, it's too hot in my apartment right now. There are a lot of things that I need to change with my place. I need to get air conditioning. I need to get a ceiling. I mean, that would be nice. I need to get an HVAC to kind of control the temperature. I guess because Shanta's my best friend and she is an architect, I do know a lot about buildings. And I did build a hotel when I was 26. So I do know a little something about climate control in sort of homes and spaces. But anyway, that's out the way. That's just like the change of scenery. And that's why we're here. So shout out to my little sister for letting me use her room and her space. I'm honestly loving this lighting. I'm not even gonna lie. I love this lighting because it's like, so across from me right now is like a white fence and it's reflecting the light up. So this is good light. I surprisingly know a lot of stuff about useless things. Although I would say keeping your house cool is not a useless skill. But I do need to like get onto my apartment and making it habitable for the summer. I'm just really thankful that I have this place. But yeah, I'm drinking this energy drink. I'm not typically an energy drink kind of guy, but I'm about to sneeze. Oh my God. If you're wondering what I look like when I sneeze, that's what I look like. How do they do it on the, I'm not a Gen Z, I'm a little millennial. I'm trying to be cool. Let me try be you for a minute. Is that how they do it? They like, this is an energy drink specific to New Zealand, I think. This was released when I was like 10 years old and managed to stand the test of time. But it's like one of those tastes that reminds you a lot of your childhood. So good. Baby, it's just me, my titties, my V, and us against the world. It's just you, me, my titties, and V against the world. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Anyway, I know last week I said I was going to talk. We were going to have a tough conversation pertaining to Crush Watch. I've made the executive decision to postpone that conversation until next week for a few different reasons. Number one, I don't really know yet 100% what I want to say. No, I know what I want to say. I don't know how I want to say it. And I don't want to rush an important and meaningful conversation. Those there's nothing wrong with a cool off period, bro. Like there's nothing wrong with like collecting your thoughts. I know a lot of people are very instantaneous. They want to know really quick, but I'm the kind of guy that like I like to marinate a little bit and really get into kind of like the deeper layers of what's going on here. So that's number one. I know what I want to say. I'm still figuring out how I want to say it. And number two, he's with his family, bro. Like, preseason starts in like 3 days, 4 days. I don't know. Not preseason, but you know, like the physical, like it goes back to that thing of timing. I want him to enjoy his time with his family. He looked like he had the most amazing time in the Caribbean and Miami, like Turks and Caicos, all of that. And yeah, I think it would be really selfish of me during those moments when you are trying to relax and have a good time and be with your family on the 1 to 2, maybe and a half weeks you have off for the entire year. I just think it would be really selfish for me to make it all about me. So, yeah. I'm not the kind of guy that's like gonna tell you who I am. I'm gonna show you. Yeah. I'll show you. And then if you need some further explaining, I'll explain. Right. But yeah, I'm definitely I'm a shower. I'll show you. I'll show you how I feel. I just basically put myself into another person's position, and I'm just like, if I was that back to back all year round with very little rest, and I made a mistake, of course, or a misstep, whatever, and I need to talk about it, do I want to talk about it when I'm in the middle of a holiday? Do I want to talk about it while I'm with my family? Do I want to talk, like, no, obviously. So that's the reason why we're like postponing that conversation. But I do feel he's learned his lesson. So it's not about, like, again, we're not rehashing details. We're not going over the facts. We're not like doing any of that. It's more like the underlying whatever that this represents, and kind of like why did you do what you did? And when we can pinpoint that, we can figure out what to do if those feelings arise next time. I don't know. I still got another week to think about it, but I promise you guys that I'm going to be a bit more frequent with posting, hence why I'm talking right now. But yeah, it's summer here in New Zealand. I got a part-time job. And then my boss, midway through training earlier this week, was like, do you want to start after Christmas? And I was like, am I getting fired? And he started laughing. He was like, no. I think it's probably just best to start this job after Christmas. Because no one really wants to be doing training this time of year. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, I'm not going to, you're the boss. Like, you're the boss. So like, I could fight you on it, but it's also like, maybe this is just like God's way of giving me a little bit of extra time to kind of be with my family, kind of like smooth out the kinks with my body. We're like so close to that finish line. I can feel it. But yeah, I think it's just a sign from the universe. The economy is really bad in New Zealand right now. It's really hard to find a job, much less like a part-time job. It's really, really bad. We haven't recovered post-pandemic, unfortunately. But it's hard to find a part-time job, but bro, I'm the type that's just like, I'm gonna find a way to make $1. Like, when I'm healthy and I'm good and I have the energy, I'm going to make $1. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting because these past few years, I don't feel like you guys, I feel like you guys have gotten to know me. Absolutely. But I feel like you've gotten to know perhaps a very watered down version of me because I have been battling chronic illness for God knows how long. But I'm better and I'm feeling really strong. And it ebbs and it flows. There are good days, there are bad days. It's not always, but there are more good. I'm noticing there are more good days than there are bad days, and the bad days are far less, and they're a lot less severe. They still do happen, but like, I don't know. You just gotta kind of show up for life, man. Like, I healed, and now we're ready to get out there. But today was like a setback day. Like today was, I guess, an integration day because I was like not feeling great when I was at the gym, and I was like, I can either push myself. Like I'm not an Olympic athlete. Okay, let's get one thing clear. If I was an Olympic athlete, you have no choice. You got to push yourself through. But as a kind of 35, soon to be 36, athlete or former athlete, potentially comeback. Who knows? Well, we're not ruling it out. But I'm not on a tight schedule right now. And I haven't been for a very long time. And I'm trying really hard this summer to get myself back onto a schedule. I couldn't have a schedule because I was healing, and the healing was so severe and intense. Like, it was actually unbearable at times, you guys. Like, the amount of it wasn't even damage. It was just like, it was a freak accident. What happened to me was like, it was a freak accident. It shouldn't have happened, but it happened. Like, it happened. So coming out of that experience this summer, I don't know, I talk a lot about it, maybe because it was really traumatizing and perhaps because I haven't completely unpacked it yet. And maybe when I sit down and I do unpack it, I'll feel like, okay, I finally have this catharsis and like this thing off my chest. But it's really strange to be kind of bedridden for a really long time and then all of a sudden have a lot of energy. Woo! And now I'm like, I want to go to Australia. I want to go to, the Aussie Open. I want to get a job. I want to be outside this summer. I want to be engaged. I want to be around people. This is not, we're getting out there. And just when, just in December, 2 weeks before Christmas, when everyone wants to take time off and slack off and not do anything, I'm the one that's like, can I get a new job? I need money. I want to go to Australia. So yeah, just like, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to be social again. It's nice to be back outside. It's nice to have like more capacity. Now, am I at my full bandwidth at the moment? No, it's going to take some time, but I feel better than I've felt before. And I think like when you're battling a mystery illness that like no doctor seems to be able to explain, and then you finally find an explanation, I don't know, it's just like, it's been a long 2 years. So like, you guys have, again, you've met me at a point in my life when I wasn't my most energetic, and I really wasn't spending a lot of time outside. I was spending a lot of time inside working on myself. Like, it was sometimes I like, it was like unbearable healing, dude. Like, some of the things that had built inside my system for I don't know how long, and just like having to get my lymph system, basically the right side of my lymph had completely stopped, and I'm now like in the process of like rebooting it, and it's like really intense because you can imagine my body right now does not trust itself. It doesn't. It's been ill for so long that it's still having a hard time trusting itself, pushing itself. So I take it day by day, and I have faith that one day it's gonna click, and like everything's gonna be fine, and there's not gonna be any more ups and downs or anything of the sort. And I'm looking forward to that day. But it has, yeah, back to like the ups and downs kind of thing. I know like a couple of videos ago, I got up on here, looked crazy, acted crazy, sounded crazy, and I was like hesitant to put that video up. Remember, I was like, I don't know if I want to put this up because it was like, just like it was a little too raw. It was a little too unfiltered. But I put it up anyway. Why did I do that? Because I'm a human being and I have bad days too. And in that video in particular, I looked like absolute shit. Like like I said, it ebbs and it flows, it waves, goods and bad. Like even the face. Some days it's really symmetrical, looks amazing. Like right now, we're good. It looks really symmetrical, it's amazing, no problems. And then there are other days when I wake up and it's like, you know, like it's just what it is. And that's a part of the journey, you know? And I think it would be really insincere of me as a person to shy away from reality, the real. That's why you're here. It's because I give you the truth and I keep it real and I keep it honest. The truth is, my face collapsed. It's rebuilding. The fascia, the structure, the bone is still I can feel bone growing in my face. Oh, anyway. All of that is happening. That's a lot to be going through for one person. And I could be really vain and really dishonest and really narcissistic and just show you guys all of the good things in my life and all of the great stuff and none of the things that are difficult. But the truth is, like, that's just not what life is like. That's not the reality of life. Life is messy. Life gets messy. And, you know, when your face is collapsing and you're ranting and raving and making wild accusations of drug use in Silicon Valley, and your face is fucking collapsing, if I haven't said that already, I think I already did. And I was just like, fuck it, put it up there, bro. Put it up there. And if he sticks around after this, then he's, you know, he's worth your time. But it's not even about that. It's not like he's worth my, like, it's not even about, we're worth each other's. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's a dharmic relationship. It's not karmic. There's no ceremony. There's no, like, we don't have to, like, stand on pretense. Does that make sense? Like, him and I, we got a thing going. It's cute. It's great. It goes. But, I don't know what I was babbling about, which means it's probably time to wrap up this video. But, yeah. What am I saying? I don't know. Oh, yes. When it comes to my social media, what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. The good, the bad, and the ugly, okay? And I didn't want to put that video up because I looked ugly, but I was also like, no. Honor the journey. Sometimes the journey is ugly. Sometimes we sound crazy. Everybody does. Everybody does. It's not just me. Everybody does. I'm really sensitive to these caffeine drinks, aren't I? But yeah. I put that out because I'm gonna look back on that video one day and my face will be great. The jaw will be regrown. The fascia will be set. I'll just be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I look forward to the day when I'm chilling and then I'm gonna watch that video again and I'll be like, whoa. Do you know what I mean? I'll laugh about it. I'll be able to laugh about it. And then I'll be humbled by the progress. I'll be humbled by it. And I'll be like, look at where we were. And look at where we are today. And let's take a moment of appreciation to see our growth. and to see our change and to see our shifting perspectives, our changing minds, our different hairstyles, our different face patterns, our different facial hair, our different everything, different ages, all of it. I don't shy away from it all. I live life. I live life. And I feel really bad sometimes because I just feel like a lot of kids these days, they ain't living life. They ain't living life, They're so concerned with the image that they present online, the Photoshop, like some of the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like that. I'm not like that. When you see me, I'm gonna look like my pictures on my Instagram. You know what I'm saying? A little T right there for you. I'm gonna look, you've seen me. You've seen me. You've seen me in person. Baby, I'm sexy in real life. Okay, I'm sexy in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't just a internet thing, This is real life. So the reason why I don't edit down my photos, the reason why I don't filter the shit out of them, the reason why I don't, like do perfect skin and all that, like I don't like I don't do any of that. Because when you get out there in the real world and you're gonna see me, and then you're used to seeing whatever you're seeing on a screen, which is not me, is like some like the photoshopped version of me, right? And then you see me in real life, like there's a discrepancy. There's like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, and I would feel stupid. Like, I would feel stupid. And I think that's one of the benefits of living in like so many different places that have been social media hubs, like living in New York, living in California. Like, you go to a lot of events where there are obviously like social media influences there, and you kind of go around and you look around the room and you realize like none of you bitches look like anything that you see on the phone. None of y'all bitches look like anything that you see on that phone. And it's embarrassing. Like, I'm embarrassed for you. Like, if I looked, like, some of you bitches look like fucking AI with the Facetune and like you've actually adjusted and changed where your features sit on your face. You have like made your body look like this when we know in real life it doesn't look like that. And it's like, you can either contribute to the problem by playing the game and continuing to pretend to be something that you're not, or you can be yourself. You can be yourself, and you can be honest and be forthcoming and just be like, yo, I'm a human being and I got good days. Sometimes I got bad days, but you know what? That's what makes me beautiful. It's not this picture perfect, like whatever. That's not important. And that's why I've started this channel. That's why this channel was important to me, was because like, I want you guys to get an understanding of the essence of who I am, bro. Like, I don't want somebody that's like into the image and into like whatever I put out there on the internet. I want someone that like, yo, you got a dope personality, bro. Like, you funny and you smart and you like, you seem to have a good perspective and you're not too stubborn and you can, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I do these videos. I want you guys to get to know me, the real me. The real me. Good, bad, ugly, whatever. So that's what my commitment is to you, is that like, what you're seeing here on this screen and what you see when it pertains to Amini Funua is always going to be real. It's always going to be real. Okay? That I promise you. That I promise you. Yeah. I think you would have to have really low self-esteem to pretend to, like, how much do you have to hate who you really are to pretend to be something that you are not? I'm gonna sip my drink while you think about that. Yeah. Oh, whoops. I love myself. That's it. I love myself. Um, enough, not to the point of detriment, but I love myself enough. Yo, these gardeners blowing up my spot. We're at 25 minutes. Let's leave it there. I just did this to do a little, a little ketchup, a little mishmash, a sprinkling of the essence. A little sprinkling of the mini magic. Just to carry you over for a week. But you be prepared for next week, because next week we're going to have that tough conversation. And now I'm going to go because I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight to be heard. Merry Christmas.